I had to cut it up. Big ass tree. This is a little tractor. My little tractor couldn't do it. Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to Grassy Lake Farm. Today got kind of a small project. Shouldn't take no more than like 3 hours. If you remember, after we got done harvesting the beans, I said we had a little horticulture to do. We had to cut down some trees. So that is what we are going to be doing today. So basically we just got a couple of tree lines. There's a tree line right there, goes all the way down the hill into where the wheat field was. The trees like that one there that's drooping over, that's the neighbors, so we're not going to be doing that. Got some trees over here to do. Again, not too many. The ones that are leaning over we're not going to do. And then I got to cut this island right here. And as you can see, there's already been some that I cut, which I cut earlier this year, which I put over there. So we're just going to clean that up. I'm not going to deal with the stumps. So after a few years, the stumps will rot, and then we'll just be able to push them over. So I'm not going to totally clean it out, but and that's how I trim my trees. I'll just cut them off like 3-4 feet right about here and call it good. Because there's no sense in cutting them right to the base. I mean, the trees are going to be off on the property line, so it's not going to have any effect. And there's a couple of trees over there that I think I'm going to use the Bobcat to push down. The soil that those two trees are in is it's a lot of lime rock, and I don't think that the root structure is that good. So I'm thinking, we're going to try it, that I can just push those over with the Bobcat. That way I don't have to chainsaw them at all. So, and then we're going to push them all into a pile. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to push them up to. I got to stay a couple of 100 feet away from the property line, so I might just bring them right up here and leave them in the field, and we'll burn them. That pile right there was made last year. We did that because that's where a lot of this brush ended up. So like I said, it's only going to be like 20-25 trees. All depends on how carried away I want to get, and because if time permits, I might get about 3 or those 4 trees right there. We'll see. But the trees that I'm cutting down are basically, they're just box elder trees. Box elder, elm, maybe a willow tree. I don't think there's a willow tree up here. But those are the only ones that I cut down. If it's a good tree like a maple, black walnut, or oak tree, I don't cut those down. I might trim them, but I don't cut those down. If they fall down, then I'll trim them or get them out of the way, but I won't cut those down because those are pretty good trees. The box elder and the elm and the willow trees, like I said before, I consider them junk trees. So they're pretty, well, the elm isn't soft, but the willow and the box elder trees are soft. They'll burn, but nobody ever wants to cut those up and burn them. They all want the oak. So, but I got plenty of trees. If anybody ever wants to cut them, feel free. So we're gonna get going. Oh, and by the way, my old Northwest uniform, Northwest Airlines uniform. Some people ask where I got these from. Well, I spent 16 years there. and it's a great place to work, great people to work with, a lot of fun. But like a lot of other things, it came to an end. But and if any of you Northwest people are watching, I could use some of these shirts. I really like them. I like the gray ones, the gray and the blue. Black, and I don't really like. So anyway, so we're gonna go over there, push those trees down, and then we're gonna start with the chainsaw. Well, we're done with round 1 and 2, or phase 1 and 2. Turned out pretty good. As you can see, there aren't very many trees or limbs or anything hanging over the field. A few of the cedar trees, I'm not too worried about that. But you can tell right here was basically the end of the field, so we got nothing growing over there. So when we run the equipment around here, we won't be touching any of it, or touching any of the trees or the branches or anything. So that will save a lot on the equipment. Will make it look better. Still got a little bit of cleanup here to do. Cutting the trees and the branches are the easy part. It doesn't take long to cut. Like, it took me like half an hour to do the cutting. But the cleanup in aisle 5, that's what takes a while. Because you got all these little branches. Whoop, barbed wire there. Got these all little branches and limbs. Eventually I got to get them out of the field. So, yeah, like I said, got to get the tractor to get that big tree out. Easy to dig it out, not so easy to move it. So anyway, phase 3 is about to start. last tree. And we just have a little cleanup to do. Just a tad. Beautiful day. Okay, everyone, we're pretty much done. I just have to go and clean up a little bit here. Get rid of the big piles of the bean stubble. Just move it around. I don't know how much I'm going to do right here in this. I might just light a fire and just burn that stuff where it's at, because it'll be a lot easier than doing that. So anyway, got to put the tractor away, Bobcat. But we got two big piles around here, right there and right there. Now I know some of it's not going to burn, especially those roots right there in that tree. That isn't going to burn. But if anybody wants firewood, shoot me a message, whatever, and you can come and you can come and get it. I've had people before say that they were going to come and get it, never did, so I end up just pushing it off the side and I burn it later. Like I said, I know some of this big stuff is not going to burn. Even if I let it sit for like 5 years like I've done before, still isn't going to burn. But as long as I can get those smaller branches to burn, I'm good. But anyway, this really opened it up. This will allow all the crops to grow to their full potential. Had to be done. Got to get rid of the rocks. The rocks have been piled there for decades, generations actually. And this is all kind of what you call land management. You have to manage your land, and you have to give it, leave it in a better condition than when you got it, so the future generations will be able to benefit it, and everyone else. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video, or that's going to be it for this video. So please hit the subscribe button. Please share the video. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave your comments. Leave your comments on YouTube as well as Facebook. It just helps the channel grow. So want to thank everyone, and have a beautiful fall. Bye.